Hey everyone, so here we are with Old Faithful again. Love this truck, love it. I don't have a single complaint about it. Everything on it electronically and is mechanically is stock. I've just put new wheels and tires over time, put a antenna, some cosmetic stuff. That's all I've done to it. And some stripes, obviously. And in the back here, I painted the bed with this hammered black paint because it was just the same color as the truck. But today, I picked up this guy. So this is from my local hobby store. Now, I don't know, it's their brand, Paris Junction Hobbies, and it's a wood bed for this. Now, some of you have seen my videos on other vehicles, some of the smaller ones, where I've made the wood bed. I even put one in the back of my Atlas 6x6. It's got a thin. But with this one, I'm thinking, okay, I did it black, and then I saw this thing, and I had some points built up there, so it didn't cost me anything. So I saw this, and I'm like, this looks pretty cool. So it's got a nice faux grain. You can actually see, it's not like just a picture. The wood actually has wood grain in it, and it's got the metal pieces in between. It is, you know what? Whatever that says there. I don't know if you can see it. It is something North RC. I will figure out what that is. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna take a better look at this. Okay, it is True North RC. Got a nice little Canadian flag emblem in there. You can see that. So, got a few other things too. I picked up a light bar for my TRX4 Sport. It's curved, it's made for that body, so I don't see this taking a lot to install. And then, although I said I was gonna change the connections on this one and the TRX4 Sport, rather than that, like I said, I had some points, so I just picked up a battery today. So now I've got a 4,000, or sorry, yeah, I got the 4,000 3-cell, and then I got the 5,000 milliamp 3-cell light bulbs, so I can use them between the two vehicles. So I figured I'll just hang on to this special Traxxas connector. Plus I have the charger. I got sucked into buying that when this was one of my first RCs, and I didn't realize about changing connections and all that. So this is gonna go in here, and I think that's gonna look really cool. But first, I gotta get my junk out of here. And I think I'm gonna have to take off the front there and then re-drill some holes for that to get through. So I'm a lot of this stuff, like this one, didn't work too well. It's stuck there, actually. I just put it on with Velcro. So that came off easy. I think this guy, the pylons are screwed down. So let's get my bag off and everything. So let me get everything off, and then I will try to figure out how to, what I'm gonna do with these holes up front here. I think I just gotta take them out on the body from the bottom, and then do it. So this bag roll I made here is on with Velcro as well. Glad I didn't glue this stuff on. All right, so I'll be able to stick that back on at some point. And then these guys, they're glued and screwed. So, okay, let me get these off. Let me get the body off, get this off, and I'll see what we're dealing with. All right, so all I've got to take off is the screw there for the front of the roll bar, and I have an extra one here because I put an antenna on top. So I'm gonna have to take that one out as well and get that back on. So these will come out, and then I'm wondering, because this is a little thicker, it's gonna lift that roll bar a bit. Let's see what that does. So think I'm just gonna punch some tiny holes in these, right? So what I'm hoping to do is I don't want to take, so this back part here are up under where the clips are to hold the body. I don't want to take that all off, so I'm kind of hoping that with this out, I'm just gonna lift it and slide this thing under and then put this all back together. But first I have to find out what size. That looks pretty good. This one here, is it a 3? No, it would be 2.5. There we go. Pretty sure. I'm wondering if I can just get it to lift enough. Okay, so I'm gonna unwind the antenna and just hold that on the bottom, because I remember this thing didn't go in so easy. So get that out. Okay. That one. And of course, I use this clip to hook onto for some of my wiring. So, you know, when I put a lot of this stuff together, I'm thinking, okay, it's never coming off. So this will be real easy. Thinking, how hard can it be for a little wood bed? No, of course. Okay, off. So what I'm hoping to do is slide this in, and then from the bottom mark where I'm going to need some holes, but I got a feeling this isn't going to work. No, so you know what? This is all coming off. Okay, so now I got to take out, crap, these two. Or no, just one over here to get this off. Okay, let me go take care of that. Okay, so here we are on. So I didn't, just because this wood's kind of frail, I just put a drill bit inside here. I marked the holes from underneath and I drilled it, and everything is back on nicely. This wood didn't lift it enough that I needed to do anything back here. So all I'm going to do now is I put a bunch of just this glue all underneath it, and this is being held on at the front, so I think I'm just going to take a couple of my, and yeah, I have to use ones this big because of the depth of these things. Come on. Right. I'm going to get, I don't know if it'll work actually. Let me see. Might have to get some wood. Yeah. Okay. Jeez, these things are sensitive. Okay, let me get something to put on here so that I just want to hold this down so the back doesn't flap up at some point. Okay, so this is what extra RC tires are for. So I think I'm gonna put them over this way because the body actually has an indent there, and that way I'm not crushing it or anything. And you'd swear by watching right now, I've never used these clamps before. Jesus. Okay, so let me put him over here like that. There. So I have glue all the way up, and it's just that I want to hold this thing. I gotta get this one again on this one. So I'll do this over here. I have to flip that out. Okay, hang off the edge. And that should keep that down long enough that it's gonna, I'll put it on the side. So if you wanna see what I did under there, I've just got the tires and I got these clamped. Now, this guy, anyways, the body will come back down. You know what? There, I'll put it like that. There. Okay, so I got these nice and tight. All right, so there it is. The two clamps on, got the wood glue. I'm gonna leave it like that. Front is held on nice and tight. And then I'll, you know, I'm looking at it going, maybe I don't need all those accessories back on it. The wood bed looks really nice. Maybe I just need like one up here or something. Maybe, well, of course I've scraped off one of my stickers, but maybe I just need this guy to be there, or maybe I need nothing. Or just a bedroll. Yeah, maybe just a bedroll would be cool. Put that on, get them kind of even. Push that down. Yeah, that'll look all right. Okay. That's, you know what? I'll wait till it dries and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so here we are. He's done. Those clamps worked well last night. I hope the glue holds this on, but I thought I'd show everybody. I did end up putting a couple things up here. I don't know. I like it. I like the fact that you can see the bed. I don't think I'm gonna put any more than that in it. And I don't know if this is gonna, I put a lot of glue under here and had it clamped down. So I don't know if over time it might, I don't know, I've got a hard time with glue. I just try to use super glue. Nothing holds together. I put something on and I can easily pull it apart and you get all that white kind of powdery stuff all over it. And then I use this, the glue wall, multi-purpose glue. And it seems to hold stuff, but you know, if this rolls, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might end up putting a couple little screws. I just didn't want to put anything in the bed right now because I think it looks really nice. So there it is. That's what it looks like. And I had also mentioned in another video that I was gonna change the connectors I had. I had mentioned it earlier. But I'm gonna keep these because I got two batteries now. So I got that for this one and then my TRX4 Sport. And one of the main reasons I didn't do it is because in another video where I mentioned I was gonna do it on my TRX4 overview, Toe Shifter basically said, yeah, make sure you do the wiring one at a time, otherwise you're gonna blow your house up and light it on fire. So kind of had me a little nervous with that. So I figured, you know what? I'll just leave the Traxxas connectors on. I have the Traxxas charger. Not a big deal. So there it is, man. Hope you guys like it. You can order, you know what? I'll put a link to it online to my little hobby store here. I don't know if you can just look them up. It's True North RC. I gotta Google them. I don't know what they're all about. But I'll put a link, so if you guys want to go online and see it, I guess you can. It's just this. You're just going to see a picture of this. But you know what? If anybody wants it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it alone. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I've got a thing for wood in truck beds. So I like it. All right, thanks, everyone. I know people are going to say, looks good, and you know, can't wait to see it running. I know I need to get out and do some run videos. I went out with a buddy of mine who's got a FMS, the FCX10. Went out with him a couple weeks ago, and I'm sure he's getting annoyed going out with me, and I'm running around with my camera on a stick trying to record. So I just went out and ran with him for that day. But I'll probably get out and do some. I will do some vids because I want to get my TRX4 out, the Sport. I think it looks really cool. I got a light bar for the top of it. I got to figure out a way to. I'm not buying the Pro Scale light kit for it. So I've got some LED lights, and I think there's a way I can kind of connect that all together and put it into one or two of the channels in there. And I'll just have the lights all the time because the the transmitter doesn't come with a button where you can control the other channel on the TRX4M, and I don't feel like getting a new, or not M, the TRX4 Sport. I don't feel like getting another transmitter, so I'm just going to try to jerry-rig all the lights and stick them into one or two of the channels there and see. And what I'll do is I'll create a connector like I did on this one for this light, so I can plug it or plug it in whether I want to have this on or not. And I'll probably do the same thing, so I can either have lights or no lights. But, all right, there it is. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Take care, everyone. Thank you.